Hello everyone, it is time to meet your maker. My name is Sarah Konechny and I'm going to be your costume specialist this semester. So a little bit about me. My name is Miss Konechny, that's pronounced Konechny. I am actually working with you through the Georgia Tech Innovator in Residence program, Go STEAM program. I am a Georgia Tech alum. I graduated in 2017 with a chemistry degree, but more importantly, I've been an amateur costume designer for 7 years and I'm here to teach you everything I know. Here are some costumes I've made so you can get an idea of the scope of my work. As you can see, I've worked with LEDs, foam, sewing, makeup, props, wigs, anything you can name, I've done it, and I'm here to teach you. All right, before we even get started making costumes, the first thing we need to do is make sure we have our materials. So, before we begin, you will need hot glue, craft glue, or fabric scissors or really sharp scissors, pencils, chalk, or tailor's chalk, old, thrifted, or found garments you don't mind cutting up and altering permanently. Again, you don't mind altering permanently. These are going to be your costumes. You'll be cutting things up and splicing them. And a basic sewing kit with needles and threads and pins or clips. Optional, you can have fabric paint or acrylic paint in fabric medium, or embellishments such as buttons, trims, glitter, and glitter glue. And if you do not have any of these materials, we will provide them for you on Fridays during our Flex Friday workshops. Again, if you do not have these materials, they will be provided for you on Fridays if you come to the Flex Friday workshops. All right, just a few notes on glue, hot glue versus craft glue versus fabric glue. Hot glue is a little more expensive than tacky glue or fabric glue because you have to buy the gun, but it's got a quick drying time and will connect more textured surfaces. Craft glue bonds to a wider variety of materials but takes a little longer to dry, and fabric glue is better at bonding to fabric and also takes a little longer to dry. It's up to you. Again, we will have everything available for you on Fridays if you do not have it. Another note is pins versus clips. It's up to you what you want to use for sewing. Traditionally, tailors will use pins. That's what comes with most sewing machines, or most sewing kits, and that's what I use. A lot of new sewists like clips. They find they're easier and they're fun and colorful. If you like the idea of clips, but you don't want to spend money on a nice pair of plastic or a nice set of plastic clips, you can use wooden clothespins. You can get a pack of 100 of them for like $1 or $2, and they will work just as well in a pinch. All right, so the main thing I'm trying to get across to you in my lessons with this costume unit is design-based thinking. Basically, how we go from concept to product. So you can see here, this is an old costume I've done with a light-up breastplate. I've been in the process of reworking it for you guys to show you my design-based thinking from top to bottom. So what is design-based thinking? First step of design-based thinking is to define the problem. What is the costume I'm making? What skills do I need to solve this problem and build this costume? Second step is collecting information. These are your reference photos, your mood boards, and your tutorial links. Brainstorm and analyze ideas. This is where you're going to design, sketch, and collage what you want your final project to look like. Develop solutions and build a model. This is where things get fun and you get your hands dirty. You're going to make a rough draft or a mock-up or prototype of what you want to wear. Present and receive feedback. Share your prototype with others. We're going to learn and grow together and come up with ideas and solutions as a class for your second draft. And then improve your design. Take what you've learned and come up with something even bigger and better. So let's see how this process looks in my own work. So defining the problem, references. This is a little bit backwards since I'm starting with a pre-drawn reference instead of coming up with my own reference, but I take a look at these pictures and see what I'm going to need to make these out of and what I'm going to need to learn to know. So just breaking it down, you can look at this costume from the top. We have a spiked crown. I think clay is probably going to be too heavy on my head to make all the spikes out of clay, so we can try casting resin. I see some shoulder pads. I'll probably make this armor out of foam and paint for a metal finish. I see a form-fitting breastplate, meaning I'll have to make a body cast to get those proportions right. And the light is shining through, so I have to use a translucent material. There are textured leggings I'm going to need to sew layers into, and I'm going to have to cut out foam abs to look like rocks. So what do we need to know? Again, define the problem. What skills do I need to learn to solve this problem? So from everything I just looked at with my project, I figured out I need to learn resin casting, foam working, LED programming, pattern making, sewing, and painting. Here's where I am with this prototype right now. It's not done yet, but hopefully the next time I see you guys, I'll have something cool to show. This is just the prototype part, and then there's the prototype of the base, but soon we'll have something cool and light up. Now that you've seen my design, what do you need to know? So think of your dream costume that you wrote about in your discussion post. What is involved in this costume? What are the colors? What materials are you working with? Are you adding lights or effects? What are the 4 skills, just 4, that you need to complete this project? So fill in the bubbles on this worksheet. You should have another one uploaded. And if you need to break it down a skill into sub-skills, create more bubbles. I can't wait to work with you and see what you guys will come up with this semester.